In bracket number 26 of Classic Tetris Biweekly, we have Ethan Thoughts and we have Niz. First up, Ethan, record of 134 and 233, ELO of 1225. PB is 974,000, and on 19, that score is 541K. And Ethan is a DAS player. On the right, we have Niz, and, well, the stats are what we have in the system, so you gets what you gets. Record is 83 and 76. ELO is 1587. The PB is 1.163 million, and on 19, it's 675,000, and Niz is a hybrid player. Again, we are in Classic Tetris Biweekly. It's a double elimination playoff bracket for this one. So ignore what you see on the screen, but it is still a best of 5 match. The higher seed gets first level choice, and then whoever loses chooses the next one. You get to pick levels 12, 15, 18, or 19, but 19 is vetoable. And of course, it says upper bracket, but since we only have one bracket this time, everything is the upper bracket. Okay, and we'll take a look. As you can see, this bracket is huge. I can barely fit just the winner's side of the bracket on the screen. But if you take a look at it, you will see our players up on there. We have Ethan and we have Niz right here. I think you can see me highlighting them. And the winner is going to go on to play Cole. The loser will drop down to the loser's bracket, which is all the way down here. Can't even fit all of that on the screen. And the loser gets to play this and that. But having said that, we'll bring it to the match screen. And there we go. Yeah, no special settings needed for Classic Tetris Biweekly. As long as you've got the game, you're good to go. But the seed is going to be appearing in the chat very shortly. In fact, it's appearing right now. I have it pinned to the top for you. And there it is, 684C4A. That is 684C as in Chris Bidwell, 4A as in Alex T. All right, and we're going with 18 start to begin things. So once I see you ready on the screen on both sides, we'll get this one started. Okay, both players are showing me readiness. So we're going to go ahead and get this one started, counting it down. Here it comes in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. All right, and the game is underway. Ethan using the wallband strats with the dog bone controller. And speaking of, we're going to start off learning some things about Ethan. Going to college studying computers and business. And right now works at Quick Trip. That is Quick Trip with a Q, otherwise known as the inferior Quick Trip. We all know the superior one begins with a K and is spelled KWIK Trip. As far as in-person Tetris tournaments, he's done a few. He's done KC, That's where I met Ethan for the first time in person. He's done Rumble in the Prairie and also the Jonas Cup. Ethan and I were part of a formidable tag team commentary duo. You may have heard us for a bit on Classic Tetris 2 from day one of competition. But Ethan's going to top out early, 36,000. So with that line clear, Niz is good to go. So an unfortunate early top out from Ethan, and Niz gets the first heart of the match. A struggle seed, to say the least, as both players were having a little trouble on that one. Let us never speak of that seed again. All right, so we shall move on to the next one. So 7-9 is your new seed. 7-9. Okay, and hey, I'm seeing a ready from both players. Let's try this again. Take two, coming here in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Okay, Lovelace, and hello everybody else in chat this morning. Good to see you all. Man, that seed was such a struggle. I barely got to share stuff about Ethan. Now, I did mention the in-person Tetris events he's been part of. He's done too many online events to count. And you probably also know Ethan as the host of the Tuesday night TNP show After Party. You've probably seen him doing that a few times. Now, outside of Tetris, he plays Sonic the Hedgehog. Can't confirm that. I have happened to stop upon Ethan's stream once or twice and saw some Sonic action going on. He does bowling and martial arts for sports. And I'd be curious to learn what kind. Ethan's probably told me what kind style of martial arts he's done, but it's been a while, so I've got to refresh my memory. And when he's not playing Tetris, his hobby is Beyblade. So there you go. You got some cool stuff about Ethan. I can also attest, big fan of Sailor Moon. So I do believe the cosplay plans involved a potential tuxedo mask costume. So we'll add that to the list of knowledge I've got about Ethan. But right now, 30 lines in. This seemed going much better than the last one for these players. 143,000 for Ethan, 148,000 for Niz. So we're pretty much neck and neck. And again, we're 30 lines in. And, of course, as you can see, the board's much cleaner than last time, much lower, safer, and the score's significantly higher than the last round. We are a third of the way to transition over here. It is a 510,000 pace for Ethan, so numbers looking pretty good. And it's going to be about a 530,000 pace for Niz, so slight edge on the board for Niz, but it's not by much, although Ethan's got a little bit of cleanup to do. Niz throws down a Tetris and is now up with those back-to-back Tetrises. Niz now up by about 2 Tetrises and change, but now also a little bit ahead in the line count. So we're around 55 lines in on both sides. 202,000 for Ethan, 245,000 for Niz. Ethan now left well dependent for that long bar. We'll see if he just tries to burn this down or if he wants to go for that dirty left well Tetris. The piece placement suggests he is in the burn unit at the moment. And Niz already over halfway to transition, about a 550,000 transition pace. Ethan now just coming up to that halfway point, gets the T-spin, looking at about a 430,000 transition pace. So the lead for Niz currently sitting at about 100,000 points. So this is just under a 5 Tetris lead for Niz at the moment. And Ethan just kind of beside himself, still in this seemingly endless dig. Just can't get the pieces he needs when he needs them to get himself free. But he would love a long bar right now, but he's not going to get it. So he's got some weight on column 2. That well has gone from being fully on the left side to being in column 2, and Ethan just cannot get burned down to get Tetris ready. But Niz remains building clean, and this lead is up to almost 7 Tetrises on Niz's side of the board, and Ethan hangs the L piece, and he needs a long bar. He's going to get the long bar. And we'll see just how much more Ethan can do as he continues to dig 90 lines in, trying to survive, going for the Yanni strats, leaning in closer to the game, hoping that every little bit he does can bring this dig down. And he dead drops a T piece, and he's going to top out at 239,000. Niz is at 468,000. So that is game number 2 going to Niz. We'll put the heart on the board. And Niz decides to top out. This was a really good pace for Niz here. Was probably looking at least a 500,000 transition. But yeah, Ian pointing out he can hardly believe Ethan is awake and playing at this time. But the real shocker is that I am awake at this time. Let's be real here. And Ethan showing off the Windows XP jacket. Love to see it. But now we're going to move on to game number 3. We should be at 8A for the seed. And that is going to be 8A as in Adam Irish. Okay, and hey, guess what? We have both players ready. So let's get game number 3 going. Let's count this one down. Here it comes in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. All right. Now I'm going to draw the line here. No early top outs on this one because we have to get to know Niz. So please play for a long time. Let's see some level 19 action because I want to be able to share info about Niz, who is, if you're wondering about that flag on the bottom of his screen, that is the flag of Thailand. Niz currently in college and scheduling accountancy. And Niz is a DAS Hypertap hybrid player. So if you're wondering the multiple play styles, those are the 2. He has not been to any in-person events yet, but has competed in basically whatever you can find online. CTM, CTL, TNP, CTBW. It's all been there. This has made it to the kill screen, but the tapping not strong enough to make it to the double kill screen yet. So he's got a level 29 under his belt. Now, outside of Tetris, the games that he plays includes Osu, Pump It Up, Minecraft, and some rhythm games. Now he has done some gaming events. He's done some Thai rhythm game events. Nothing over here in the States, nothing like a GDQ or anything like that. But hey, you never know. We have had some. I have seen some GDQs where they have some people remote in and they'll do some of those rhythm games like Pump It Up or DDR. So you never know. But there you go. A little bit about Niz in a nutshell. And we're over 30 lines in, 113,000 for Ethan, 33,000 for Niz. Struggle seed early on for him, but he's got the board clean. Is almost ready for a Tetris, but his long bar dependent there in column 5 does get the long bar. Is Tetris ready? And there is Lokenzie in the chat. So its current scores, 138 to 55,000. We're about a third of the way to transition. This is a 400,000 pace for Ethan. And looks like about a 240,000 pace for Niz. So the number's favoring Ethan to at least bring it to a game number 4 here. But now Ethan dealing with some gaps and very long bar dependent in that left well once again. I've seen this movie before. Ethan would really love a long bar right now, but he's going to get it when he's got the well covered. And oh, that is a dirty left well Tetris. And I sure hope Ethan is one of those morning shower people because he's going to need one after that. My goodness. And coming up on halfway to transition, 380K pace for Ethan. Looks like about a 230,000 pace for Niz, as Niz gets a Tetris down. Yeah, no kidding, Anjing. Pull out your masks and like spray some sanitizer all over him. Holy crap, was that dirty? But Ethan has been in another seemingly endless dig once again. Gets a piece to perfectly burn off and is almost open there in column number 2. But this is allowing Niz to chip away at the lead. 85 lines in, 216,000 for Ethan, 182,000 for Niz. And Ethan's going to be clean. He's got that right well finally open. He's going to be able to build for Tetrises once again. Niz also clean, down by about 2.5, almost 3 Tetrises. Let's see what these players can do. They obviously understood the assignment. I did tell them I expect level 19 in this one, and they are doing their best to abide by the rules I have set forth. Now, Lokenzie saying this is the Battle of the Pacers. I would beg to differ. I believe the Battle of the Pacers. Oh no, Ethan tops out. Niz, you have a chase down. You need 271,000 points. 271K will give you the sweep. And Niz has a lot of time and a lot of runway to do it. But yes, the Battle of the Pacers was last night in the NBA, where the 1-9 Pacers took on the 3-7 Jazz, and the Utah Jazz won 152 to 128. And actually, that was Tuesday night, not last night. And with that clear, Niz takes this game and takes the series 3-0. So let's put that hard on the board for Niz. You want to mull this out? You're more than welcome to. As Niz has one more Tetris available before the transition. But if Niz takes a burn, that will also bring him to level 19. There's a nice J tuck there. Still waiting for this long bar to show up. It's been about 20 pieces. There it is. 344K is the transition. We go on to level 19. And now Niz getting a little bit of the Martz mode here with the early shifting. And there is the top out. There is the GG. That's going to do it for this one. Niz takes it 3-0, and Niz is going to move on to play Cole in the next round of CTBW. I like how Niz says that's a low transition. My man, I have seen sub 200,000 transitions. This is nothing. But as I mentioned, that's going to do it for this one. I will report this match. I'm actually going to do that right now. We'll report the match, and then I will bring us back to the bracket and show you all where these players are going to go in the next round. So let's see here. There is the VOD. All right. And we will put this bracket back on the screen for you all. All right. And you're seeing the losers bracket at the moment. So what's going to happen is Ethan is going to go into where you see match number 30. He's going to play this and that. You see right there, that's where Ethan is going to go for his next one. And then up top here, right here, Niz is going to go into this next match against Cole. And I think they're going to try and do that this morning in the next hour or so. I will very much not be available for that one, so you'll have to find somebody else to do your restream. But that is the plan of attack. It is Niz. It is Cole. The winner of that one is going to go on and play Nerd the Box in the third round of winners bracket. So thank you all for coming out. If nothing else, I appreciate that you all got done so quickly that I might be able to get another like half hour of sleep before I go into work. So I'm gonna take this victory where I can get it. But that is all for our match this morning. Let's see who we can raid. Who is playing Tetris other than us right now? Hey, Yobi's playing Tetris right now. Yobi, he is the man behind Nestris Champs, one of the main programmers of that. So Yobi's doing some PB chasing. We're going to go ahead and hit up his stream. So we'll see you over there. Well, I won't see you over there. I think I'm going to catch a nap. But in the meantime, thanks for coming out. And this is Toast signing out.